for joining us on the news update on Enyimba TV. My name is Esther Chema. Following a hike in petrol price from 1,150 naira to 1,300 naira in Abia, residents have lamented the rising hardship caused by the soaring price. The impact on transport and prices of commodities worsened the condition of living, leaving many to lament the cost of transportation and commodities. Uchenna Maduka, a driver in Aba, lamented that they are bearing the brunt. He said after buying fuel at this current exorbitant price, they do not cover it. Patrick Oke, a taxi driver, said commuters are forced to bear the expenses because, according to him, fuel is not only costly but scarce. Joan Eche, Ngozi Jude, and Wanyi Maude said they have resorted to making shift arrangements in their offices to enable them to skip some days in the office. Otherwise, their current salary may not be enough to transport them to the office in the month. Traders, particularly foodstuff sellers, said they must remain in business to feed their families, lamenting they have no choice but to sell as they bought, stating that it is even difficult to sell. Labour Party candidate in the 2024 Edo State gubernatorial election, Olumide Akata, has announced his decision not to challenge the recently concluded election results at the tribunal. Akata, in a statement made available to journalists, explained that his choice is based on an in-depth reflection on the state of Nigeria's democracy and his desire to focus on the systematic issues that undermine the electoral process. He highlighted that the irregularities observed in the election, including widespread vote buying and questionable collection procedures, which he said are symptomatic of deeper problems in the country's electoral system. Despite having an experienced legal team, Akata emphasized that the decision not to approach the tribunal was not a concession to injustice, but a principled stand against a flawed system. A former governor of Ekiti State, Ayo Fayose, has advised the 2023 People's Democratic Party presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar to move on from contesting elections in the country. Atiku unsuccessfully ran for the highest office in the land in 1993, 2007, 2011, 2015, 2019 and 2023, with 3 losses occurring at the primaries. The 63-year-old suggested that holding the highest office in the country would lose its appeal and excitement for an octogenarian in the next election cycle. Despite his feelings about the former vice president contesting in the 2027 presidential elections, Atiku has shown optimism at making the 7th time his lucky charm. The 77-year-old told Voice of America Hausa in May that, God willing, when asked whether he would try again. The 13 state governors elected on the platform of the People's Democratic Party are headed for a possible showdown today as they meet to discuss the party's internal crisis. The crisis took a deeper turn following the emergence of a factional PDP national chairman, Alhaji Yayari Muhammad, in a move to remove the PDP acting national chairman, Umar Damagun, who is an ally of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. The move to remove Damagun has split the PDP governors, with the chairman of the PDP Governors Forum and Bauchi State Governor Bola Mohammed leading 6 other governors pushing for Damagun's ouster. Meanwhile, 4 other governors, led by Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, who are allies of Wike, are opposed to Damagun's removal. However, 2 out of the 13 governors are neutral. They are Governor Peter Mbah of Enugu State and Dauda Lawal of Zamfara State. A tragic accident occurred in Lagos State on Sunday evening when a tanker carrying black oil lost control and crashed into other vehicles. The tanker collided with 2 commercial buses and a Honda car, leading to the unfortunate deaths of 3 people. It was gathered that the accident took place at Second Rainbow, heading toward Mile 2 along the Oshodi-Apapa Expressway. The victims, who were passengers on one of the buses, succumbed to injuries sustained in the crash. Confirming the incident, the spokesperson for the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LATMA, stated that 2 of the deceased had been handed over to police operatives from the Festac police station, while the 3rd victim's body was claimed by the family. Expressing sympathy for the victims' families, the general manager of LATMA, Mr. Olalekan Bakare Oki, urged tanker drivers to adhere strictly to speed limits and prioritize road safety, especially when transporting hazardous materials. You're still watching Enyimba TV News. After the short break, the news continues. in addition with business and sports update. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back and thanks for staying tuned. Now the news continues. The Enugu State Internal Revenue Service (IRS) has introduced mortuary tax in the state with immediate effect. This was contained in a directive written to mortuary attendants in the state, signed by the chairman of IRS, Mr. Emmanuel Namani. In the letter, the government says that the sum of 40 naira only is to be paid by owners of a corpse once it was not buried within 24 hours. According to the statement, the amount continues to count. Enyimba TV reports that the present administration of Governor Pitamba has, since assumption of office on May 29, 2023, introduced some strange tax regimes that many believe to have constrained a lot of businesses in the state. And now from the business scene. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria is poised for talks with Dangote Petroleum Refinery between Tuesday and Wednesday to finalize agreements on the cost and lifting of petrol from the plant. It was learned on Sunday that the Petroleum Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria had been asked by the $20 billion Lekki-based refinery to rescind its request for petrol lifting. This came as Petron expressed optimism that the cost of petrol might reduce in the coming days once the competition in the downstream oil sector sets in fully, as marketers load the commodity from the refinery. Meanwhile, Ipman described the planned agreement with the Dangote refinery as a crucial step in the association's ongoing efforts to facilitate the lifting of petroleum products, thereby contributing to the stability and efficiency of the country's fuel supply chain. And now sports. Super Eagles are currently stranded in Libya, where the team is to play the second leg of the AFCON 2025 qualifier game, following Libya's 1-0 loss to Nigeria in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State on Friday, October 11. Both teams were expected to face off again in Benina, their fourth Group D match. The Super Eagles left Nigeria for the North African country on Sunday, October 13. However, according to the Super Eagles media officer, Promise Efoge, the team's chartered aircraft was approaching its destination in Benghazi before it was diverted to Abia, a city which is more than 2 hours' drive from Benghazi. The Libyan authority failed to provide transportation for Super Eagles to get to their destination. The NFF were forced to make alternative plans while reportedly facing frustration from their host. Videos released by the NFF on Sunday night show Nigerian players and officials trying to resolve the issue at a Libyan airport. The airport gate was said to have been locked to prevent them from entering. It is suspected that this move by the Libyan authorities is targeted at frustrating the Super Eagles and wearing them out ahead of the game. And that's our package of the news for now. Please join us for more updates in our subsequent bulletins. Meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Click on the notification bell to receive alerts when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching. On behalf of the production crew, my name is Esther Chima.